Good evening. Welcome to South Asia Newsline. I'm Lipakshi Khurana. Here are the top stories we're tracking for you on Monday, the 19th of December. India indicts Jaish-e-Mohammad chief Masood Azhar over Pathankot terror attack. Pakistan struggling to find new chief for national airliner. And cake show in southern India sets up Christmas tempo. Now for all the details. India's National Investigative Agency on Monday filed a charge sheet against Jaish-e-Mohammad or JEM chief Masood Azhar as the mastermind of the terror attack in India's northern Pathankot airbase this January.
Pakistan-based terror outfit Jaish-e-Mohammad chief Masood Azhar has been charge-sheeted by India's National Investigation Agency for masterminding the terror attack on the Indian Air Force base in India's Pathankot in January. The charge sheet also includes the name of JEM Deputy Chief M.A. Rauf Asghar, launching commander Shahid Latif and main handler Kashif Jan. The NIA had technical and forensic evidence regarding involvement of Pakistan-based perpetrators in the deadly attack. The US also provided crucial evidence in the form of chats and email conversations of JEM members to the agency. Pakistan has also so far not acted on Interpol's Red Corner notice issued against all the suspects.
I think it's a very solid and a good act. With the filing of the charge sheet, the national level and international pressure on Pakistan will increase by an order of magnitude. Now Pakistan will have to convince the world as to why it is not proceeding against these people, despite the fact that Masood Azhar is a renowned terrorist. India has twice taken the issue to the Security Council.
7 Indian security personnel were killed in Pathankot terror attack on January 2nd when 4 terrorists stormed the Indian Air Force base. The 4 terrorists who were shot dead were all named as Pakistani nationals.
Staying on to news from India, as political temperature soars in India's northern Uttar Pradesh ahead of the provincial polls, parties are leaving no stone unturned to woo the voters. Prime Minister Narendra Modi of the Bharatiya Janata Party or the BJP on Monday addressed a rally in the Kanpur city of the province. The issue of black money and his government's endeavour to eradicate it remained high on the agenda. Uttar Pradesh will go to polls early next year. People in India's Kashmir are grappling with cold wave as temperature plunges to season's lowest in some parts. Situated on the laps of the Himalayas, the province experiences extreme winter.
Residents in India's northern province of Jammu and Kashmir are reeling under cold wave. People wrapped themselves in thick layers of clothing, covered their faces and lit bonfires to shield themselves from the cold.
अगर इस वक्त बारिश या बर्फ हो तो सर्दी में बहुत सी कमी आ जाएगी, तो इस वजह से जो बीमारियों जो खतरा होता है वो कम हो जाएंगी, क्योंकि ये खुश्क मौसम है इस वक्त. तो इस वक्त एक जो डस्ट भी होता है हवा में वो भी होता है, और दूसरा इसमें होता है जो कि बच्चों के लिए ज्यादा खतरा होता है इस सर्दी में, बूढ़ों के लिए भी, क्योंकि बुजुर्गों को हम घर में ही रखते हैं.
With the cold intensifying in the valley fringes of the famous Dal Lake and water in drinking taps also froze. According to the Weather Office, the dry conditions are likely to continue in Kashmir and light showers can be expected only early next week.
Moving on to news from Afghanistan, 5 women Afghan guards working in the airport in southern Kandahar city were killed by the unknown gunmen. This is latest in a string of attacks against women in a war-torn country.
Unknown gunmen killed 5 female security employees on their way to work at Kandahar airport in South Afghanistan on Saturday. No group has claimed responsibility for the attack, but the Taliban insurgents waging an insurgency to topple the foreign-backed government of President Ashraf Ghani oppose women working outside their homes. Even the driver was killed in the incident. Officials said the 5 women were in charge of searching female travelers at Kandahar airport and had been hired by a private security company.
او شهیدانی سوي دي او یو خپل موټر چلونکي شهید سوی دي وسلوال نامعلوم وسلوال کسان مخالفین دا په تیښته بریالي سوي دي.
From bomb attacks to targeted or honor killings or domestic abuses, Afghan women have borne the brunt of the 15 years of conflicts during the Taliban-led insurgency as security has deteriorated and violence has increased in most parts of the country.
Moving on to news from Pakistan, the Pakistan government is facing problems in finding a new chairman for the cash-strapped national flag carrier Pakistan International's Airlines. Privatization Commission Chairman Mohammad Zubair has said that none of the persons contacted by the government so far is willing to accept the position under the existing circumstances. The last chairman, Azam Saigol, resigned from the otherwise prestigious position on December 12th, 4 days after the fatal crash of a PIA aircraft near Havilian. PIA flight PK661 carrying 48 passengers and crew crashed on the way to Islamabad from Chitral.
A rescue and recovery
Doctors in southern India gave a new lease of life to a toddler who received a bone marrow transplant from her 8-month-old brother. Our report.
An 8-month-old Pakistani infant has become India's youngest stem cell donor after donating bone marrow to his sister in southern Bengaluru city. Ryan's 2-year-old sister Xenia was diagnosed with an immunodeficiency disease where the bone marrow produces abnormal cells which eat away the normal marrow cells. Bone marrow transplant is the only cure for the disease. The treatment proved to be a challenge for the doctors due to the young ages of both the donor and the recipient.
तो जिंदगी मौत तो obviously अल्लाह के हाथ में है, but ऊपर वाले के हाथ में है, but हमें उम्मीद थी कि इंशाल्लाह जब हम जा रहे हैं तो वो करम करेगा और बेटी बेहतर होगी. अभी जो है वो बहुत बेहतर है. ट्रांसप्लांट जो अभी तक ब्लड टेस्ट वगैरह हो रहे हैं उससे यही लग रहा है कि ट्रांसप्लांट जो है वो अच्छा है.
It took doctors 4 months for the entire procedure, and Xenia is reportedly doing well now after the successful transplant. India is one of the emerging medical treatment destinations in Asia, with more and more patients from neighboring countries visiting its hospitals for treatment.
Meanwhile, the Indian government's demonetization move has sent the nation into a tizzy. While people are recovering from the cash crunch situation, a family in Western India went for a digital wedding.
A Muslim family in India's western Surat city opted to go for a digital wedding, with guests gifting the newlyweds through cashless mode of payment. As people tied over the cash crunch, the family of the groom urged guests to offer gifts in the form of check, Paytm or other digital modes of payment.
इसके बारे में मैं इतना ही कहूँगा कि जो भी शादी में जो चढ़ा हुआ जो आने वाला है वो ATM कार्ड से आने वाला है और कैश से आने वाला है, बाकी कुछ नहीं. सपोर्ट करते हैं लेकिन जो किया है वो अच्छा किया है.
Weddings are a big occasion in India. Rich or poor try to save money and spend lavishly on weddings.
मोदी जी ने जो 500 और 1000 की नोट बंद कर दी है, उसके लिए कैशलेस का उपयोग ज़्यादा करें, और जो मेरी शादी है वो कैशलेस के द्वारा ज़्यादा अच्छी हुई है.
The demonetization move was announced by the Indian government in a crackdown on shadow economy and terror financing. But the decision has caused ripple effects on daily lives of people.
India's desert Rajasthan province is known for palaces and forts, reminding people of the many kingdoms that historically vied for the region. A wax museum with famous personalities in the capital Jaipur city was recently inaugurated to attract the tourist.
A wax museum displaying figures of famous national and world personalities was recently inaugurated in India's desert Rajasthan province. Wax figures of Indian independence leader Mahatma Gandhi, Bollywood superstar Amitabh Bachchan, Indian-born astronaut Kalpana Chawla and Albert Einstein were some of the works on display at the museum.
अनूप जी की ड्राइंग है, हमारे जो डायरेक्टर साहब उनकी ड्राइंग है और उस ड्राइंग के हिसाब से हमने 45 कारीगरों ने मिलके 1.5 साल काम करके ये चीज़ तैयार की.
The museum is divided into two sections, the Hall of Icons and Sheesh Mahal, Glass Palace.
सर ये जो ग्लास है ये सारा हमारा कम से कम 2.5 करोड़ ग्लास के टुकड़ों से बनाया हुआ है और बहुत बारीक वर्क है और वर्ल्ड का पहला फर्श जो शीश महलों में है, वर्ल्ड का पहला शीश महल ये है जिसमें फर्श भी हमने शीशे का बनाया.
Endowed with natural beauty and a great history, Rajasthan province has a flourishing tourism industry.
A cake show in India's southern Bengaluru city drew large crowds of people who came to see the grand cakes created by professionals. The event is held annually to mark the festival of Christmas.
With the festival of Christmas round the corner, various events are being held across the country to build the festive spirit. A cake show in India's southern Bengaluru city displayed spectacular creations and drew large number of visitors. Cake replicas of London Bridge weighing 500 kilograms and a huge dragon of 7.5 feet drew maximum attention to the 42nd edition of Cake Show. Other major attractions included Disney cartoon characters and a palace.
50 people have worked only on this, on sheeting it, on cutting it, and a lot of damages had happened, and we would have at least made 4 of these cakes till now to get this perfection. And apart from this, they've done the dragon, that is a Chinese dragon, or 23 or alag-alag cakes bane. Those are all very different and very beautiful they've come.
The issue of demonetization also found a place at the event in the form of new 500 and 2000 rupee notes, blooming on a money tree atop an Indian map-shaped mountain. The show will be open to the public every day till New Year's Eve.
Well, that's the way it was in South Asia this evening. Before we conclude, the top stories once again. India indicts the Jaish-e-Mohammad chief Masood Azhar over Pathankot terror attack. Pakistan struggling to find a new chief for the national airliner. And cake show in southern India sets up Christmas tempo. That's all in tonight's edition. We'll see you same time tomorrow. Good night.